Constitutional Court scholar Professor Pierre de Vos joins me now with an expert view on an issue that is angering many people. Professor, good afternoon to you. Is there anything preventing a judge from talking about personal religious beliefs such as we've witnessed? Mogoeng saying today, and I quote, there is no manual for judges.
Yeah. Well, there is the Constitution, and Section 15(2) of the Constitution says that a state institution not have any kind of religious observance unless it's voluntary. It must be equitable, so various belief systems must be treated in more or less equitable way, and there must be rules about it. So if there's an official state function like this one was, and Chief Justice, the leader of one of the three branches of government, it is not appropriate for that person to say a prayer because potentially it infringes on the right to freedom of religion, belief and conscience of others. People who might have been there, who are not religious or have a different religion, who feel that somebody used their specific official position to endorse a specific religious view, thereby having a chilling effect on their own ability to express their own views and beliefs.
Professor, you use the words not appropriate, but is there any room for sanction here?
The sanction is done in terms of the Judicial Code of Ethics. The Judicial Code of Ethics, I looked through it, doesn't say anything specific about this matter. It does say, however, that a judge should be circumspect in the way a judge behaves in public, and that the judge obviously should behave in such a way that it does not bring the judiciary into disrepute. If you're going to say strange things that seem to suggest that there might be truth to some conspiracy theories, that you can argue that point. So there is a possibility that it infringes the code. Whether the Judicial Service Commission will find it, I don't know.
What's your view? Do you think he's brought the judiciary into disrepute?
Personally, but of course I'm not an evangelical Christian, I do believe he brought the judiciary into disrepute because, not only because praying at a public function, but making suggestions, and the Chief Justice made it worse this morning, by giving credence to vaccine skeptics and anti-vaxxers, and that might have catastrophic impact on the health of South Africa. So some people will believe what he says. I see on social media there are many people who are anti-vaxxer who are cheering on the Chief Justice. So this is not the appropriate thing to do, and getting involved in this kind of controversy, especially if it looks like it is the suggestions are based on a conspiracy theory widely debunked, that is completely inappropriate for a judge to get involved with, let alone the Chief Justice.
Professor, there's the legal side to it, but there is one comment that simply says he's adding more confusion and frustration to an already stressed country. I would put to you that that is also a view we should take into consideration.
Yes, so that's not a legal point, but I think the health point is the most important. Creating confusion about vaccines and the COVID vaccine is something that anybody in a position of authority who has a voice, whether it's the Chief Justice, whether it's a professor, whether it is you, shouldn't get involved in that and shouldn't create more skepticism about the vaccine, because that might mean that fewer people take it, with consequences for the spreading of COVID-19 in the future.
Professor Pierre de Vos from the University of Cape Town, thank you as always for your considered views.